Hey everyone, welcome back. So in the last video we have seen how we can pass the data from the feature file, not the data but path of the data, and based on the path of the data you are providing or JSON file you are providing, it will fetch that particular data for the similar step. So what we did, we have opened this application and then we have entered few mandate fields. So and we are taking the data from this JSON file and another JSON file. So based on this multiple data we have stored in this resource folder, it reads in multiple iteration with a different set of data. So first iteration it takes this one, second iteration it takes this one, right? Now just a quick changes in this one. We need to make some very small enhancement in the current code. So what we need to do, if you see here, the data path we are passing is test resource is common. Now what we will do, we'll be always maintaining our test data path in this folder itself, right? We'll not be maintaining our data path in any other folder. So let's not keep, because this is always a constant, and this will not be changing this location. So let's not keep on adding in every feature file that we have. As of now I have only one feature file, but when you're working in real time and if you have such scenario when you need to pass this data, you need to write in multiple places. Rather than keeping it, let's keep in one place and we can read it from there. Another change is that if we see, we have array, means whatever we are passing from here as a path, it is coming as a string here. So we are reading that as a using read file, and then we are passing the data. Now this is not related to actual test that we are doing. This is just a conversion of the file that we are passing. So this, whatever is not related to test, let's move it out from this step definition. So what we will do, let's create a utility and move this out first. Okay, so in this utils folder, let me create a utility. So what we'll name it, because this is mostly related to file things, I'll keep as file utils. Any file related utility we will keep here, file utils.ts. Now if you remember, you have already created one utility in command.ts where I have kept basic commands of setting the text, clicking the elements and all. Now similarly we'll create here as well. So there are multiple ways of creating. See what you can do, usual normal way. If you have worked in Java, you just create a class, give something name, okay, like file utils, and then you'll export this class here, export default new and then class name, and then you create any function here. So if suppose you want to create some function to parse the JSON file, we'll say parse JSON file bracket and the code you will write here, right? So normally this code you want to move this out, so I'll copy it from here. Let's okay, and I'll paste it here. Now it will give a bit of error here because two things. One, into this function will expect an input parameter, so that parameter will be the data path which will come as a string. Another thing, this fs we need to import, because if you remember in this also we have imported, and if you scroll up here we have imported here, right? Let's do the same import here as well. So import fs from fs, right? And we'll need not to just store in the variable, we need to return this data after parsing, right? So this will be your usual function, that's you, right? And when you need, right, you'll just call it here, okay, in this test class. Now suppose if you want to call that function whichever we have written in file utils, let's comment this out, and here what we will do, we have to say first the file name, sorry, the class name file utils, then dot, and after that the function name which is parse JSON file, and inside we need to pass the data path. Okay, this is the usual way we will create here. Okay, so class name dot the function name, and then it will work perfectly fine. But what I'll prefer, that whenever you have utility, rather than creating a class and all, let's not do creation of class. I'll just delete everything here, whatever you have code. What I'll do here, you write export, okay, then const function name. In our case function name is parse JSON file. Give the file name and then give equal to, and after that arrow function, okay, and inside arrow function open and curly brace you write your code. And if something is, this function expect input parameter, then give that. So I'll copy this from here and paste it here, and this code now will go, I'll cut it from here and it will go inside this. Now we don't need to write this one. So now we don't need to have a class to create utilities. That's what I prefer. You can create a class and you can create a function, or you can create this way as well. So both ways fine, whatever you prefer, but I'll go with this only, right? Now if you are creating a anonymous function, and the import of this will be little different. So now you'll not have this file utils import, okay? And if you want to import, right, so I'll delete this function class name also. Now here, let me just delete everything here. So I'll just type it, parse JSON file. See, it is suggesting auto suggestion. Click on it, and it will expect a one input parameter data path, whatever is coming from JSON file, feature file. So that we are passing, right? Now if you look at the import, it is in the curly bracket, directly the function name itself. So we don't have the class name here, right? So that here it's a function name. We cannot give any random data. Suppose this kind of import, right, we can give ABCD also. That's not a problem. But for this kind of import, you need to give exactly the function name that you are creating here. It cannot be anything else. And anyway, when you are importing, it will auto suggest you. So you just select it, automatically it will do the job for you. Now let me remove this. Right? Looks good. Import is there. Now this import fs is not required because that we are handling in our file utils. Now this is more of the test related data, that is what we need. So now we'll not we have moved out all these conversions of the file and parsing the file, that we have moved out from the test, and it looks clean. Another thing, now these are this path, test and resource will always remain same, and wherever there is something constant, it's good to keep in separate place and then use it, because sometimes what happen later, you decide to rename this folder, or you want to change the folder structure. You need to keep going and updating everywhere in all the feature or step definition you have. So let's centralize this constant, okay, data, okay, because this is true. So now what we will do, we'll create one more file, a folder here in src itself, called constants, okay, and inside this constant we will keep our constant value that is required in our testing. Now we'll create a file, and here this constant will be related to path, okay, so I'll say path const. You can give anything, .ts. Now how you create a constant in TypeScript? Export const, a const variable name, okay, constant name. In this case, our we are creating the constant for this resource folder path, right? We were just maintaining the path there. So we'll say, and I'll keep it capital, folder path. I like to keep constant as a capital. So fine, and keep in double quote. That's it. This is your constant. Export const, the constant name and the value of that. Make sure giving hyphen at the end also, okay, slash at the end, not hyphen, slash at the end. Now what we will do, we are going to remove this path from here and here as well, okay. So now our code will look clean, but we are not passing the data here. So at least now in our step definition, when we say data path, it will not read the complete data path, it will read only this file name. So we need to append this source folder path as well, okay, in the calling function here. So what we'll say, what we have created, that is source folder path. It is auto suggesting, just click on it, okay, and then add plus, so that it will append it. So it will append the base folder, that means src and src slash resource, which is coming from this constant, and after that the data path, that means nothing but here. Now instead of data path, because this is not a data path, this is just a file name, okay, so let's make this as a file name, keep it just meaningful, and here also file name, okay, this header should be same. Now if we come here, I can give anything here, you need not to give necessary, but I'll just say file here, and here also same thing. So now the folder path is coming from here, and then file name is coming from the feature file, right? So now we have minimized, right? We are not repeating the same line of code or same line of data path so we have minimized that. Now in future, if you want to change the folder structure of this data path, you need not to go and change in the feature file. You just have to come in this folder in constant, and you need to update in only one file, right? So now we have centralized this kind of constant. now, and I think the code looks much better now, and it will be a more manageable, and plus less verbose also, because we are not repeating the steps, right? So these are the some small best practices that will help you in real time. You have a long projects or long lengthy codes and all to maintain, on the path to maintain it really helps in that time. So that is where these small changes. Now just to make sure that everything is working fine, I'll just execute once and see that nothing is breaking. So npm test hyphen 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 spec, sorry, spec dot test features is the folder. After feature folder, which one we want to run? This form we want to run. So form dot feature, let's run this and see if everything is still working fine or something is breaking. Yeah, it's trying to load the URL, entering the test name, and the second one will be Shadab Saqib, and third should be Automation Hub. Let's see if nothing is breaking, no changes, it will work. So second execution is happening now. It's loading here if you see, and let's see here it's entering the data or not. It is entering the data, perfect. So it is working fine. Whatever we have done, the changes in the code, it did not break anything. And yeah, the last one remains, which will be Automation Hub. Awesome, it's working, right? Yeah, and it worked, right? Perfect. So the changes we have done in the code optimization is working fine. There's nothing. Now this pause I have kept just to show you that it is the data is entering is correct. So now let's remove this, as this pause doesn't serve any other purpose. So I'll just remove this static pauses. Fine. So all good. That's all for this video. Thank you so much.